stuff. So if we look at the bracket here, if you're looking here on YouTube, if you're watching the clip, you see what I'm seeing, and that is the final four. But let's talk about it here in the Cinderella quarterfinals. So we have Waka Tsukiyama continuing the ultimate Cinderella story, ultimate underdog story, defeating Saki Kashima. We had MIRAI defeating Xena in not really a shocker. It was a matter of how far is Xena gonna go, right? How far is she gonna go in this tournament? MIRAI was the limit, as I hoped, as I was hoping. And with Waka Tsukiyama and defeating Saki Kashima, it brings up the question of how far are we willing to go? How far are we willing to go with the woman who couldn't win a match up until less than a month ago? How far are we willing to go? How far do you want her to go? That's part of the question too. Where will she go? That is really the fun of it all. I'm really enjoying it, and I hope everyone else is as well. We had Ami Sourei defeating Natsuko Tora. That wasn't really a shock. Kind of figured that would be the case, especially once I saw MIRAI won. Setting up the big God's Eye match here in the semifinals, likely your better match of the two, though I have high hopes for this other one. Mai Sakurai defeating Momo Watanabe to advance to the semifinals. Mai Sakurai kind of feels like the favorite now. If you're looking at the YouTube, you see my face. It's stunning, but it's true. She almost feels like she's now the favorite. Mai Sakurai is someone they've clearly liked for a long time. She has improved. We can't doubt that. She has improved greatly. But is she ready, if she does win, to get a title shot, a top title shot? I don't know. I don't know if she is ready. But we'll have to wait and see, right? That's how we learn as we go. We learn as we watch. And she is doing her best to show that improvement, to show that new confidence. She has this whole new character to her where she's really confident. And now she'll take on Waka Tsukiyama, and that's the big match in a lot of ways, right? I think we've been talking about it for a while now. Will Waka Tsukiyama ever get that big win over Mai Sakurai? We thought about it for a long time. We thought about in the 5-star Grand Prix, that didn't happen. The 5-star Grand Prix play-in, that didn't happen. Waka to get her first overall win by beating Mai Sakurai, that didn't happen. So could it be here to get Waka into the finals? I don't know. And then on the other side, I mean, MIRAI and Ami Sourei. My hope is we're going for the MIRAI two-peat. It'll be interesting to see what they do here, because as I've said on this show, and I will continue to say on the show, there's a story here that we are telling with MIRAI. She is getting she's getting as close as she can to a very big win, whether it be title or not, and she's coming up short. Ever since she won the Cinderella last year, she's had the big opportunities, she's had the big matches, and she's come up just short, right? The tag title matches, coming up short. The Wonder of Stardom title match that she got from winning the Cinderella came up short. The 5-star Grand Prix came up short. The trios match, title match at the end of the Triangle Derby. She came up short. Not only did she come up short, she got pinned. The New Blood tag team title match, she came up short. She got pinned. You see what I'm saying here? There is a reason for this. MIRAI is the next top star, yet she can't grab the big one. She can't get it. She can't. That is a part of the story. And if I see her get to the finals here and drop to Mai Sakurai, the woes continue. And then the week after that, she challenges for the tag titles. Maybe that's where her luck changes, but it'll be interesting to see. Either way, this adds to MIRAI's story. She got to the semifinals, could have went back-to-back, but she couldn't make it. or she got to the finals and she failed, or she wins and then she loses the title match, or maybe she finally breaks through and wins the title match. That's the story that we're watching here. That's the story that I'm enjoying. I hope you are too. So we have two different stories to be told on each side. Maybe Ami Sourei just wins. I haven't talked about her a lick. I haven't said a word about her. Maybe she just wins. Maybe nothing I just said even slightly remotely matters. That's very possible too. We know they are high on Ami Sourei, but she has had a title match this year already for the Wonder Star. So to me, she is the least likely to win this, but we'll have to wait and see. And since I want to bring the public's opinion into this, right? I'm sitting here alone, but I want to talk about the worldwide opinion here. I want to use some stats. And the stats, if you're watching the YouTube channel, we have the voting systems here, both tweets, between the Japanese Twitter for Stardom as well as the English Twitter for Stardom. And we have votes here picking who do the fans want to see win. Who do the fans want to see win this whole thing? So on the left side here, we got the Japanese tournament winning. And if it's in Japanese, some of you may not be able to read that, but winning with 40.1% of the vote from Japanese fans, 6,466 votes as of the time I grabbed this. Waka Tsukiyama is your favorite. That is the person the people want to see win. Second place, Mai Sakurai at 27%. Third place, Ami Sourei at 18.1%, and MIRAI in last with 14.8%. I'm sure that has a lot to do with her already winning. They want to see someone new. But hey, maybe I'm wrong. Maybe if based off the claps and based off the attention and the love that she gets in these shows, I'm guessing it's more of what I said rather than the latter. And on the English side, Wakamania will run wild. We have 62.8% of the vote favoring none other than Waka Tsukiyama to win the Cinderella Tournament on April 15th. Mai Sakurai in second place with 14.9% of the vote. MIRAI in third with 13.1%. And Ami Sourei in the lowly last place with 9.2%. So you see, the ultimate conclusion here is the world wants Waka to win. That's the truth. If we added all these up, Waka's got 102, 102.9% of the vote out of 200, of course. So she's got over 50% either way. She got over 50% either way. That's a big deal. This is going to be interesting when we get to April 15th because, one, I have no idea what the card's going to look like besides the semifinals, the finals, and one other match, which I'll get to in a second. But I guess that's the fun of it, right? Some people have complained about this year's Cinderella tournament. I'm not one of them. What I like about the Cinderella tournament is they're elevating someone. Maybe you don't like who it may be, but I do. And that's where we can disagree and whatnot. But we're watching two Cinderella stories with Waka and with Mai Sakurai on one side of the bracket. And on the other side, we're seeing two people who have dominated for the better part of the past year since walking into this company shine and get to the semifinals. It's a simple, easy story to look at. It's a lot of fun. They'll keep killing it. Stardom got big 2 weeks coming up, and that's where we get away from the Cinderella tournament. So thank you everyone for that fun little show.